All right, we are back again. This time after a 11-7 Blue Jays victory over the Athletics at the Rogers Center on a beautiful Friday night. The weather in Toronto is nice. It's getting to be spring. It's getting to be summer, and the Jays offense is absolutely clicking. This is their third straight win. They are now 29-28, a game over 500, and the Jays are rolling. And before we touch on all the offense and all the fun that the Jays had on the offensive side of the plate, we do have to talk about Chris Bassitt, who got the start tonight for the Jays. And to be honest, he was pretty disappointing, all things considered. Luckily, and this is the benefit of scoring 11 runs in a baseball game, didn't end up playing a factor, but really he's had a lot better starts this year. He was 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 earned, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, gave up 2 homers, and he allowed the A's to stay in the game and battle back. Yeah, it was a disappointing start. You love to see when you get up on a team early like that, you want your starting pitcher to frankly be better and keep the other team off the board and like help you deliver that knockout blow. And he didn't quite do that tonight. Luckily, the Jays offense gave him a whole lot of room for error, but he was giving up loud contact basically all night. After that, Mason Fluharty was good. Yariel Rodriguez was good for an inning. Brendan Little was good for an inning. And Chad Green got a little ugly, gave up a couple runs in the ninth. He's been giving up some hard contact, man. I'm not in love with Chad Green, but tonight we have other things to talk about. The A's. The A's were scrappy. They got dummied 12-0 yesterday. They've lost 14 of 15 coming into tonight. So now that's going to be 15 of 16. And they were down big early again. It would have been easy for them to roll over, and they didn't. So credit to them for that, but even more credit to the Blue Jays offense for continuing to attack the A's. Every time the A's answered the Jays' little barrage of runs, or every time the A's would answer the Jays' little barrage of runs, the A's would work their way back in the game. Sorry, the rhyming is messing with my head. The Athletics. Anyways, the Athletics. It felt like kind of like this was a boxing match. The Blue Jays kind of knocked them down early, delivered some hard body blows, kind of felt like the fight was over. And then the A's kept getting up, man. They kept getting up the mat. Eventually, the Jays did deliver that knockout blow. They scored 11 runs. Like, it's really hard to overcome that if you're any team. But good for the Athletics for staying in this game, like, genuinely. I think that's a good transition. Jeffrey Springs, bad, not good, man. Like, this A's pitching is just, well, it's really easy to watch because the Jays are hitting off of them, but man, it is dire. It is so ugly. Jeffrey Springs got through 2+ tonight, so 6 hits, 6 earned, and this is the big thing: the 6 walks, only struck out 2, gave up a homer. That was Ernie Clement. Didn't really get shelled. Obviously, he did give up some hard contact. He gave up 6 earned runs. Like, the offense got to you. There's no way to tiptoe around that. But I do want to give a lot of credit to the Jays for like waiting him out, not allowing him to force you to get yourself out, if that makes sense. He was working around the edge of the plate and off the plate all night, and the Jays waited him out. They forced him to come to the plate, and if he didn't, they would pass the baton and take their walk. But if he did, they would hit it. And yeah, Springs had a tough night. He had 72 pitches, only got 6 outs. He was sweating and angry on the mound. His composure was honestly pretty poor. And then Mitch Spence came in to relieve him, and he almost survived. He ended up giving 2 runs when Justin Sterner allowed his mess. So he left 2 guys on base when he came out of the game, and Justin Sterner allowed those 2 to score. So he ended up with 2 runs on the line. But he actually looked, well, he did not look good. The process was not good, but the results were good. So that's what I'm saying. He almost survived. The first 7 batters he faced all hit balls with expected batting average over 300. 6 of them were hard hit balls, so 95 miles an hour or harder, and 5 of them were hit over 100 miles per hour. All I have to say, he was pretty lucky that the Jays didn't pile on even more runs. And I think that is the perfect transition. We're talking about him 2 nights in a row. This is Ernie Clement, 4 for 5, 4-hit night for the Earn Dog. He hit a homer, he hit a double, scored 2 runs, added 2 singles on top of that. I think this was the first time in his career with back-to-back 3-hit games. That was according to the broadcast. He had 4 tonight, obviously, so that's really cool. Good for him, and he loves hitting against lefties. He's hitting 362 against them coming into tonight. So those numbers are going to be even fatter now, obviously, with Springs being a lefty. And all 3 of his homers this season are off lefties. So every time there's a lefty starting on the mound against the Blue Jays, I want to see Ernie Clement. I think there's no reason that it shouldn't be Ernie Clement. I know Andres Jimenez is owed a lot of money, but if Ernie Clement is going to be even a fraction of this productive against lefties, he's got to be in there every time, like especially as a pinch hitter late in games and stuff like that. It's got to be Ernie against a lefty. He's been awesome. Really, really good stuff from Ernie. The other guy that's been awesome, and he's a little sweetheart of mine, I think, is Addison Barger. He was only 1 for 3 tonight, but that one was an absolute no doubt behemoth home run. It was nuked on. It was honestly like majestic. It landed in the second deck. It was perfect. I don't even know what to say about it. It was crushed. But the big thing for me was he also walked twice and he scored 3 runs. So starting against a lefty is something I really do love to see, and I kind of want to see him in the lineup every day until he plays the way out of it. I'm going to put up a screenshot of his Baseball Savant profile, and we're getting to the point where this is starting to look legit to me. He's got 120 plate appearances in 2025. He hits the ball as hard as anybody, harder than most people. His defense has been, I'm not going to say really, really good, but it's been solid. It's been like good enough at third base, especially with what he's provided offensively. Basically, he's at the point like if he gets the ball in his glove, you're out because the arm is that special. He had 2 walks tonight, and that's the biggest thing, because if Addison Barger can force pitchers to come over the plate and throw it where he can hit it with that massive exit velocity and that huge swing that he has, he is going to be like an absolute threat. He is going to take his walks, and if he can do that, he is legitimately going to be like a premier power threat in the game. He belongs, and this is if he can continue to do it. Like we see this all the time. Guys go on Linsanity runs is the term I'm going to use. I'm sure there's a better one, but we see guys go on Linsanity runs all the time. And you have to be really good to do that, like absolutely. But it's what sets like the all-stars and the superstars apart from those guys is the fact that they do it for 3 out of 4 weeks in a month, or they do it for 7 out of 8 weeks in 2 months. And they keep their slumps short. Like it's 3 days without a hit and then they're back into it. Or their slumps, they minimize them. Like this is what makes Vlad so good is when Vlad slumps, you start seeing him take his walks and his singles more. So his slumps don't even look like slumps on the stat sheet. They're just slumps because he's not hitting doubles and homers and like being an aircraft carrier. So if Barger can keep doing what he's doing, like he genuinely belongs in the middle of this lineup. And we're getting to the point where he's a legit piece that I'm going to say it, but this is not the term I'm using. I'm not going to say he's a cornerstone of the franchise going forward, but he's definitely a piece that factors into your future at this point. He's been honestly a revelation. He's been really, 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 really good. Bear with me here. We're getting to the end. The offense. Everyone in the starting lineup had a hit tonight. Bo had 2, a walk, an RBI. Vlad had a hit, 3 walks, an RBI, and that's the thing with Vlad. Like all those walks, so good. George had a hit, a walk, 2 RBIs. Kirky got super unlucky tonight. Was robbed of a homer and robbed of another hit in the bottom of the 8th with the bases loaded. So would have had at least a couple RBIs, like 3, 4 maybe. But he had a hit, 2 walks, and Varsho had 1 hit. Ernie had 4 hits. Obviously, we touched on him. Barger a hit. We touched on him. Miles Straw was 2 for 3 with 2 walks, 2 RBIs, scored 3 runs, and then Nathan Lucas 2 hits, a run, and an RBI. Special offensive performance. Way to keep going. Way to not let they let the A's back in it, but way to not let them get back in it enough to take the lead and really have a chance to win. It was really, 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 really good stuff. This was a great team win. Love it all around. Tomorrow, the Jays are still TBD. Not sure who's going to start tomorrow because they are shuffling the rotation around. They're separating the Bowden Francis spot from the number 5 spot. That's been Eric Lauer. So not sure exactly who's going to start tomorrow, but they will be going up against Gunnar Hoagland. Little revenge game for him. He was a part of the Matt Chapman deal, so a former Blue Jays farmhand prospect, and he is just starting his big league career. He's got 5 career starts and a 5.13 ERA in those starts. So to me, that sounds like more runs. I'm pretty excited to see it. Obviously, you're going to take what you can get, but a chance to go win the series tomorrow, like pile on these A's, like just step on them. Go keep winning baseball games. Another great Jays game tonight. I will be back next time, hopefully after another Blue Jays victory.